Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Today we have a lesson from Durusul Lughatul Arabiya, book 1. Inshallah, today we will learn the grammar book. This is the lesson 4 of book 1. We will learn about the preposition. In Arabic, we call it harf jar, harf jar. And it is a genitive case, we call it majrurun. Harf jar and majrurun. Preposition and genitive case. Literal meaning of harf jar is a particle of pulling. Example of preposition or harf jar is fi, in, ala, on, from, min, ila, to. Al baytu, the house. Fil bayti, in the house. So al baytu, fil bayti. So because of the fi, you see there is al baytu and there is fil bayti. Two got pulled to T. Dhamma changed into kasra because of the proceeding of fi. So preposition always give kasra. When there is a preposition, it change fatha, it change dhamma into kasra.
Okay.
Al baytu, it will be fil bayti. So fi is harf jar, preposition. Al bayti ismun majroor. We call it majroor, we call it ismun majroor. When a noun is preceded by a preposition, it is said to be in genitive case majroor. So genitive case, we call it in Arabic majroor, majroorun. The house al baytu, in the house fil bayti. Here fi is giving, fi is a preposition and it changed al baytu into bayti. A house, baytun. In the house, baytin. So this tun will change into tin.
Oh.
It will always give kasra. You see here. So it gave kasra. The preposition changed dhamma into kasra. Fil bayti is a shibhul jumlati. This is a phrase. It looked like a sentence, but it is not the sentence. This is not a sentence. This is only a phrase, but it looks like a sentence. So there are the more examples of the preposition. Ala, min, ila, fi, an, li, and bi. These are the prepositions. And in Quran, in Holy Quran, there are many examples of these prepositions. Law anzalna hadha al-Qur'ana ala jablin. Had we sent down this Quran or a mountain. So ala Allah is a preposition. So Allah give a kasra. Jab, so jabalun, it make jablin. Khalaqal insana min alaqin. So this is min is a preposition, and it make it majroor alaqin. So here is kasra. Ila means two. Okay. Inna ila rabbina. Inna ila rabbina munqalibun. So here Rabbi, you see here is a kasra. Rabbina, our Rabb. We shall but return to our Lord. Rabbina. So the word is Rabbu, Rabb, Rabbun, it gives kasra, Rabbi. So next is fi, in. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadri. So this fi is give kasra. Laylatil qadri, make it majroor. An mean about. We have indeed revealed this message in the night of power. Laylatul Qadr, night of the Qadr, night of the power. So an mean about or concerning about someone, something like this. Wala tus'alu an ashabil jahim. So this an is a harf jar and it make it majroor. Ashabi, it give kasra here. Ashabil jahimi. So here will be the kasra. This is the function of the an. An give kasra. Make it majroor. And thou will not be asked about the honor of the hellfire. And other majroor, another harf jar or preposition is li. Belongs to or for. Lillahi. Lillahi for Allah. So here this lam give kasra lillahi. For Allah belongs to Allah. Ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. To Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth. So here in this sentence, how many majroor here? How many harf jar? In this sentence, there are three harf jar. Li is harf jar, fi harf jar, and this fi is also harf jar. This lam give kasra lillahi. This fi give kasra fis samawati. This fi give kasra fil ardi. The next is B. With. So B means with, by, at, in. Along with you can use. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu. Amanusta'inu bis sabri. Bis sabri, with patience. So this bar give kasra. Bis sabri. So here is a kasra. This is a majroor. Wassalati. Inna Allaha ma. So ma is also a majroor. This is also harf jar. Ma give kasra. Ma sabir. So sabirin, this give kasra. Ma sabirin. So ma means with. Nominal sentences with jar and majroor. There are two kinds of the sentences: nominal sentences, verbal sentences. Muhammad is in the mosque. So Muhammad is in the mosque. Muhammad is a mubtada. in the mosque, fi. Fi is a harf jar. So it will give kasra. Fil masjidi. Muhammadun fil masjidi. Muhammad is in the masjid. So Muhammad is mubtada. Fi is harf jar and al masjidi. So this is khabar. That Muhammad is in the masjid. This is a news. This is a information. So we called it mubtada and khabar. When it gives you some information about someone. So harf jar, fi, you have to note it. It will give kasra. Fil masjid. Now our topic is jar and majroor, and we focus on the kasra. It is on a table. It is on a table. So huwa mean it. Ala harf jar. Huwa ala maktabin. Huwa ala maktabin. That it is on the table. So mubtada is huwa, he or it. Harf jar is ala, and khabar. Khabar is that it is on the table. So this is the khabar. This is jar and majroor. Attached pronoun. So huwa, he or it, singular. In Arabic we call it mufrad. Huwa and it. We use for he and we use for it. This is for singular. And masculine have two kinds in Arabic. Dual and plural. Dual means they two. We called it musanna. Muzakkar musanna. Huma means they two. Huwa, he one. Huma, they two. Hum, they all. This is plural. They. Hum. So this is jama for all. This is for ghaib. This is for ghaib. These are the detached noun we use for the ghaib, for the third person. They are not present. Huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. Hiya we use for the feminine singular she or it. This is mufrad. And feminine dual, they two, huma. Musanna, muannas, this is feminine. Muannas means feminine. And hunna, this is jama, this is plural. They all women. We use they all for feminine, hunna. For masculine we use hum. For feminine we use hunna. So these are the pronouns, detached pronouns. Now we use for the mukhatib, second person. This one was the third person. Third person. Third person means ghaib. Now we learn the detached noun about the second person. Second person mukhatib. We know about the person. The person is with us. So we are talking to him. Anta, singular, you. We use it anta, mufrad. Mufrad in singular. Masculine singular. For dual, you two. Antuma, for two, antuma. We recorded dual or musanna. The plural is of you is antum. Antum, you all. This is plural. This is for mukhatib, muzakkar, masculine. So now this is the second person for feminine. Second person feminine. Okay. You, anti, for masculine, anta, for feminine, anti. For dual, same, antuma, antuma. For dual is same for feminine and for masculine. For plural, you all, plural, antunna. So antunna, this is for plural feminine. Mukhatib, or you can say third person. Now the first person, or mutakallim. Mutakallim means the person who is talking, who is addressing. Masculine and feminine, it is both for the masculine and feminine. Singular is ana, plural is nahnu. So nahnu we use for two and nahnu we use for all. So here is no dual case. In mutakallim or in first person, they are the same for feminine and for masculine, and there is no dual. So how many detached nouns total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So these are total 14 nouns. 14 detached nouns. In Arabic we call it mutasalla. Okay. Or never attached with any other words. So they are not attached with the other words. Huwa, humma, hum, hiya, humma are always morpha. So they are always definite. They don't attach with the other words first, and they are always definite. They will be morpha. They will not be indefinite. They will not be ismun nakira. They are always definite or morpha. Or marfoon, they will always in the nominative case. So nominative case, there will be always dhamma. Even though most of them don't have a dhamma ending, even they don't have a dhamma, but they are marfu, they are the nominative. Dhamma is the sign of the marfu or nominative, but even there is no dhamma, they are the nominative, they are the marfu. Fixed in their case, their ending does not change. So their ending is fixed. Huma, hiya, hum, anta, antuma. So ending will be same. Ending cannot be changed. So fixed nouns, their ending cannot be changed. In Arabic, we called it mabni. The nouns, their ending cannot be changed, that are called mabni. In English, we called it fixed noun. In Arabic, we called it mabni.
مبني.
In this lesson, we will learn about the past tense. Kharaja, he left. Fail, verb, and doer is subject. Action and subject. Failun and failun. Based from the all Arabic verbs in the past tense Madi. The base form of the verb always corresponding to the third person. So it will always do the third person. Huwa, hiya, like this. Kharaja, like you see here the example kharaja. So it means he left. So they always corresponded with the third person. Third person we have just now we have learned. He, she, it.
Okay.
So he, she, it, they are the third person. The doer of action phylon is hidden. Huwa, hiya, or it, they are hidden. We cannot see them, but it means he left. You will learn the details in the next lessons, inshallah. And our next we will learn is mudaf and mudaf ilay, possessed and possessors, used to convey a possession relationship between two nouns. So this is we use to explain the relationship of the two things to nouns. Also referred to a al-idafa. This is we call the an increase. So what is the mudaf? English use of R, S for such relationship, book of Bilal. So book of Bilal, Bilal's book. So these are the two examples. Book of Bilal or Bilal's book. Make up two parts. Possessed or possession is mudaf. So what thing is being possessed? It will call mudaf. So book of Bilal, book is being possessed. Or Bilal's book. So book is a mudaf. Book is being possessed by someone. So this book belongs to Bilal's book. So book is a mudaf and possessor of the book is mudaf ilay. Who is the possessor? Who possess something? We called him possessor. So in Arabic we called it mudaf ilay. So we make it simple. The thing is being possessed is called mudaf, and the person who possesses the thing, he is mudaf alay or possessor. Next is mudaf. Mudaf can take any case ending as the need. So the thing can take any ending, what he will need, like kitabu, kitabin. So its ending can be changed. But book Bilal, kitabu Bilalin. So this is morpha because we know this book. This is not an indefinite, this is not a nakra. We know this book belongs to Bilal. So this book is definite. We are sure about this book, that this book is belong to Bilal. Next is Maktabu. Maktabul Mudarrisi. Table of the teacher. So Maktab, we know about the Maktab.
Yes, the table.
We know about the Maktab, so that is Mudaf. and Mudarris, that is mudaf ilayh. Here Bilal is mudaf ilayh and Kitab is mudaf. Here Maktab is mudaf ilayh and Mudarris is mudaf. So if there is no alif lam, it will be Bilalin. If there is alif lam, so here will be single kasra. So mudaf and mudaf alayh. Mudaf always gives the kasra to the mudaf alayh. Kitabu Bilalin, it will make it majroor. So different case ending of mudaf. So mudaf can have many cases. Marfu, it can be marfu. Maktabul mudarrisi. This is marfu. Maktabu, table.
Marfu.
So this is the dhamma here. Maktabu. Maktabul mudarrisi. Al mudarris is mudaf. Okay. Maktabu is marfu. Here is marsoob case. Marsoob means inna maktaba, worldly table of the teacher. So here is maktaba. Maktaba mansoob. The fatha is the ending of mansoob. Inna maktabal mudarrisi, worldly that the table of the teacher. Worldly the teacher's table. So here this is the mansoob. You will learn in next lessons about the mansoob. So here you just remember that the fatha case is majroor, is mansoob. Here is the fatha. Marfu is dhamma, mansoob is fatha, and majroor is kasra. These are the three cases. Marfu, mansoob, and majroor. Marfu is dhamma, mansoob is kasra. Oh, sorry, mansoob is fatha, and majroor is kasra. Kitabut Talibin. So this is Morfa, book of the student. The student's book. Kitabu Talibin, a student's book. So we are sure that this book belongs to a student. So we don't know about which student. So Talibun is Nakra. But here Talibun is Marfa, at Talibu. We know because of the Alif Lam. Alif Lam make it definite. So here are some rules of the Mudaf and Mudaf ilayh. Mudaf ilayh cannot have tanween. Mudaf cannot have tanween. Kitabun, it cannot be kitabun because mudaf is always morpha. Bilalin, kitabun bilalin. We cannot say like this. Kitabu bilalin because this is definite. We have to make it definite because we know that this kitab belongs to Bilal. So it will be Kitabu Bilalin. Al Kitabu Bilalin, this is also wrong because kitab is already definite. Kitabu Bilalin, this is already definite, so we cannot use the alif lam. Kitabu Bilalun, we cannot use like this because mudaf ilayh will be majroor. It will not be marfu. So there will be kasra. Mudaf ilayh will have a kasra here. Bilalin. Bilalin like this. We cannot say kitabu Bilalin. Bilalun. So what is the right sentence? Right sentence is Kitabu Bilalin.
Bilal.
This is a right sentence.
Oh, Al-Kitab.
Mudaf ilayh, it cannot be mansoob. Mudaf ilayh, it cannot be marfu. Mudaf cannot have alif lam.
Mudafun Kitabu Bilal.
So these are the rules. Mudaf cannot have tanween. Mudaf cannot have tanween. Mudaf cannot have alif lam. Mudaf ilayh cannot be marfu, and mudaf ilayh cannot be mansoob. Mudaf ilayh will always be majroor. Kitabun. Kitabu Bilalin. Bilal's book. So here are more examples of mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Okay. So even though man mudaf ilayh, it does not have kasra. So man is a constant, it never changes. It is not indeclinable. Man will always be man. Kalaman man haza. Kalaman man haza. Whose pen is Ibnu man, whose son. So this man, it will never change. This will be always the constant, same shape. It is mabni indeclinable. Man we cannot change. Man will be always man. Even it is mudaf ilayh.
Yeah.
Kitabu man. Kitab is mudaf. Man is mudaf ilayh. The someone who possesses the book. Mudaf ilayh. But here it will not be kasra. This is constant, indeclinable. It cannot be changed. So same like this. Masjidu Rasulillahi. Masjid is a mudaf. Rasul is a mudaf. Then Rasul is also mudaf. Rasulillahi. Lillahi. This is also mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So in this sentence, there are two mudaf and two mudaf ilayh. Masjid belongs to Rasul. The Rasul is a possessor of the masjid. And Rasulullah, Rasul belongs to Allah. So Allah is mudaf ilayh and Rasul is the mudaf, and masjid is mudaf and Rasul is a mudaf ilayh. Notice two set of mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Rasul is
Yes.
mudaf ilayh in Masjidu Rasuli. So if we only read this sentence, Masjidu Rasuli. So masjid is mudaf, Rasul is mudaf ilayh. And okay. So I restart the meeting. All participants, they rejoin the class. I will restart the meeting and all participants, please rejoin. We will continue this lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.